大家好. Today's guest is Lizzy from South Africa. She has been living in Yunnan Province for 7 years and she also shares her life in China through her social media. Today, I will ask what has brought her to China and what is her China journey like. Lizzy, can you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Hello, everyone. It's nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me. So yes, my name is Lizzy. I am from South Africa. As you said, I've been living here for more than 7 years now, actually. Yesterday was my 7-year mark. So it was a big celebration for me yesterday. And I originally only planned to come to China for 1 year. But then after I came to China, I really fell in love with the country. And now I'm a YouTuber and I just share my life in China and mostly just focus on like breaking down the Western propaganda about China. And yeah, just happy to share everything. I used to be an English teacher actually here in China, but after wanting to share my story with more people, I quit my English teaching job and then I became a YouTuber.
Wow. Well, thank you. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you said that you were originally going to teach English for just 1 year, right?
Yes.
And then now you just marked your 7th anniversary in China.
Yeah, because so I originally just planned to come to China for 1 year. To be honest, I just came for the money because that time I just graduated and I heard like teaching English in China, you really get good money. So I just came here. I wanted to save a lot of money for a year and then I wanted to go travel the world. But while I was in China, COVID also happened. So this kind of restricted me to do anything else. So I was kind of forced to stay in China. And I know COVID was a difficult time for the world, but for me and my life in China, it was really a blessing because that allowed me to fall in love with the country more because I got to know the different cities, I got to know the food and the culture here. And yeah, so when COVID opened and the borders opened again, I just didn't want to leave. So actually, also fun fact, last year I actually bought a house in China as well. So I'm really, really like very comfortable and happy with my life right now here in China.
And you lived in Yunnan, right, from your day one in China?
Actually, no. I came to Nanchang in Jiangxi province. Yes. So what happened was I came to Nanchang, Jiangxi, and after 1 year, my school has many different campuses in a lot of cities. So I didn't enjoy Nanchang that much. The weather was too hot and too cold. So yeah, I wanted to move and there were 2 positions open, one in Qingdao and one in Kunming. And after talking to many people, every single person said, go to Kūnmíng. So of course I chose Kūnming. So yeah, I always tell people I didn't find Kūnming, Kūnming found me. Because after I landed in Kūnming, I just completely felt like this is going to be my home.
Both Nanchang and Kūnming, it's very rare for the foreigners to live, I think.
Yes, right? Like there are not a lot of foreigners in Kūnming. Like usually they go to the big cities. So that's why I really feel very lucky to have found Kūnming because I didn't really do any research. People just told me move to Kūnming because the weather is good, but I didn't know anything about Kūnming. So after landing in Kūnming, I really just, that is the perfect life or the perfect city for me. Like I don't like big cities and I also don't like really small areas. So that is like a perfect mix of very comfortable, very relaxed, laid back, but also you have the big city life where you can work a lot.
How's the weather like in Kūnming, especially in summertime?
Oh, Kūnming, they call Kūnming the city of spring because Kūnming literally has the best weather in all of China. People move to Kūnming just for the weather. So the weather there is always, it's like, of course, summer is a little bit hot, but not nearly as hot as anywhere else in China. It maybe gets like around 25 to 30 maybe. But other times of the year, it's always just, you can wear a t-shirt, maybe with long pants, or you can wear shorts with a hoodie, just perfect weather. And never ever have I seen sky so blue. Yeah, it's amazing. Everyone should definitely go to Kūnming at least once in their life.
Yeah, I really want to go.
Yeah, I think maybe the next time you should try. Even just Kūnming, but especially Yunnan. I really think you should at least travel to Yunnan because a lot of people actually go to Yunnan to retire because Yunnan is, as Chinese people say, the most beautiful province in all of China. And it really is.
Do you also get to see lots of young people as well in Kūnming?
Yes, actually more and more people now than 5 years ago are moving to Kūnming, moving to Dali. for that relaxed life in Yunnan. So more and more young people are going there. And I don't know how to explain, like actually it's a little bit like Tokyo, I feel like, because Tokyo is like a lot of stylish, cool people, right? Where Kunming, Dali, these places now in Yunnan are also becoming this vibe where you see these artistic people are into art, dress really cool, very chill. Yeah, so a lot of young people are going to Kūnmíng, and then older people actually also retire. So it's like completely the older generation and the new generation living together and just having fun together.
So before you moved into China, like what kind of image did you use to have towards China?
Ooh, I thought China was a very controlled country. Like I was scared to come. When I first decided to come to China, I was really scared to come because the images that I heard on the news is like the government really controls everything. So I'm not going to be able to do whatever I want. I'm going to be watched all the time. And also about the food, I didn't know what I'm going to eat because I thought China only eats dogs. Like that's even after like 2 years of living here, my family still made fun of me. It's like, do you really know what meat you're eating? And it just shows you how closed-minded a lot of countries are, because they don't really know anything about China.
Similar things happening in Japan too.
Yeah. For me, my number one rule on my channel is you can have any opinion you want about China. I'm not going to ever get mad at you if you dislike something about China. I'm not, trying to let you love China. If you want to have an opinion, you have to at least travel to China. I don't think you can really have an honest opinion about China if you haven't been there. Because what I saw on the news is just bad things, because the Western media really doesn't show the good things about China. They just don't. It's a very political thing, where if you actually travel to China, and now with the technology, we as YouTubers, we show the real life. So just watch more videos on YouTube and actually just try to have an open mind that whatever you see on the news isn't necessarily true about any country in the world, to be honest.
That what you are doing is very important, significant, I think.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we both are. I think especially I would say Japan's actually the same, because it's the big countries, right? Like Japan, China, Korea, the world has a very specific image in their mind about these big Asian countries. And I think a lot of the times it's lies and misconceptions. So I feel like people should really try to watch more videos or actually travel to that country and then feel it for themselves.
Yeah, true. That is also why I decided to start this podcast as well.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I really love what we do. And again, it's not like we do it because it's like the best views. It's really just, for me, I experienced that. I was the person who felt scared to come to China, who thought Chinese people only eat dogs, who felt like Chinese people are oppressed, like the government controls them. And then I came to China, and now I'm absolutely in love with the people of this country, the culture and the life here. So I feel like a lot of people are like me, so I just want to share that story.
I think you could have choose other countries like, Japan or South Korea or other non-English speaking countries. So, but you ended up choosing China, right? So what was your main reason for that? Maybe because the money that you can earn is highest in China, or is there anything else?
To be honest, I don't actually know, because that time is actually very simple. I just had a friend. My friend from university, she moved to China a year before me. So she then said, come to China, the money is good here. So I never did any research into other countries. I actually, two of my best friends, they are moving to Japan now in September. So I've never really done the research to see where you should go, where the money is more. My story for coming to China is actually just very simple. It's just because I had a friend here.
Did your friend also work in the same city in China as you used to be, or a different city?
No, actually, no, because she just worked at the same company as me. But unfortunately, in her city, there were no positions available. So that is why I came to a different city. But also, it happened very quickly. I was still talking to my parents because I was planning to go teach golf in the Maldives, because actually I used to play golf. And then literally this job came up, and China works very, very fast. So I had the interview within 2 days. I got the job within 2 days. So in 4 days, my parents still thought I'm going to teach golf. And then I called them and I told them I'm going to China in 2 months. So yeah, everything happened very quickly.
Wow. How was your visa application process was going? Was it all smooth?
Yes, it actually was very smooth because if you get the job in China, China gives you the visa. So they write the contract, they send it over, and you need to take it to the government place in South Africa. So it was very, very smooth. And even still to this day, even in China, I don't have any problems with my visa. It's very smooth. Yeah, I think that's also a big thing. I don't know if it's in Japan the same, but here, a lot of foreigners are like, oh yeah, but China are so strict because look what happened to this situation and this situation. And I feel like if you don't do anything wrong and you actually just live a normal life, nothing will ever be wrong with your visa. I think the stories that people hear is like one bad person who was trying to do something not legal maybe, and then of course they're not going to get their visa approved. So then that one story gets made, the media makes it so big and look what China does to you, but they don't actually give you the whole story that guy just did something wrong.
Yeah. Same here. In the Japanese, especially Japanese TV news or any other mass medias, when there's a guy from China traveling in Japan, didn't do a good things and then behaving not right, and then they just say, oh, look at this Chinese tourist doing this.
That's also a very sensitive topic, right? It's actually one I don't know much about, to be honest. I know some of the history between Japan and China, but I don't know enough to ever talk about that. And sensitive topics, I try not to talk about it because I don't know much about it. On my channel, I really just want to talk about the things that I know enough about to talk about.
That's a good idea. So when you were an English teacher, did you used to teach adults or kids?
I used to teach babies. Actually, my classes were 2 to 4 years old. And I absolutely loved it, yes. And actually, just before I quit, I taught high school kids, but they scare me.
What? Why?
I don't know how to explain it. I'm so used to babies and they're cute, and then suddenly you teach these grade 10, boys that are 16, 17, and they are taller than you, and it's how these, boys respect me because I'm scared of them. So I definitely don't like teaching adults. It's not for me. I enjoy the babies, and I think teaching babies for me personally, I feel is a bigger responsibility because they can't even speak Chinese yet. Now you are teaching them English, and how you teach them, how you are to them, they will remember you for the rest of their life. Because in China, the culture is very, very pressurized with academics. So kids are 2 years old and they have all these extra classes. So for me as a teacher, I feel it's a big responsibility that those kids come to my class and at least just have fun because they are kids, but still while learning the language. I think that's very important for teachers teaching young kids.
Yes. And then I was talking with one Chinese university student, and she also mentioned that learning English is getting more and more important in the Chinese academics, because if you are able to speak another language, there will be more better job opportunities, higher salary, more business opportunities as well.
Yeah, true. Which is when I talk to some of the parents of my kids, they always tell me that is the number one reason. Because they don't know once the kid finishes high school, do they maybe want to go study in America or study in Europe where they have to use English. And it's just when they can speak English, English is the language of the world. Everyone, their business opportunities will be more successful. So yes, I actually completely agree that English is a very, very important language.
And I was always amazed by the Chinese locals who has never been to any foreign countries, but they are still able to speak fluent English. I was really amazed by that always, which doesn't always happen in Japan.
Okay.
So I think they have been studying so hard to improve their English, I think.
Yes. I think it's also thanks to the school system, because I think when you are young, you don't know what's important, right? You just think, oh, it's an extra class, you don't want it. So you don't realize how important that language is. So here it's really integrated into the school system since when you are a child. And I mean, the earlier you can learn English, the better you will get, right? But I think even for university students, I've met a lot of kids before that are like maybe 17, 18, and they cannot speak English. And then suddenly they realize how important it is. But then they feel too shy to start. But I feel like they shouldn't, because if they start now, when they are 20, 21, they can be fluent. But if they are too scared to start, when they're 21, they still cannot speak English and they still don't have any opportunities, because I feel a lot of businesses in China and in the world, you have better opportunities, right? Money is important. The money can be more if you can speak English. And you get to work like now with my job. I work with a lot of Chinese that can speak English, and they really enjoy their job because they can get to know so many foreigners, their culture, while speaking English. So it just opens up a lot of doors if you can speak English.
And your co-workers, I guess the other teachers are also native English teachers, right? But is there any like Chinese co-workers in your company when you're working as an English teacher?
Yes. So here, when I was an English teacher, in every classroom, there's one Chinese staff member that needs to help you. So like when the kids are naughty, or maybe the kid wants to pee, go to the bathroom, or something is wrong, that person needs to take care of the kids. And of course, that person also needs to be able to speak English, because they need to be able to communicate with us. So yes, I've worked with Chinese for 4 years. Yeah, when I was an English teacher before I quit.
So I guess how the Chinese people work is quite different from the people from your countries, I guess. Was there any like challenges to work with Chinese co-workers?
Yes, I feel like I struggle with that in the beginning a lot, because for us, we believe if something is in your contract, you only do what is in your contract. And if your work finishes at 6, you finish. Where a Chinese mindset is overtime is completely normal. So maybe I'm at home already, it's 9 p.m. and now my Chinese teacher working with me wants to discuss something. And I'm just like, take a break, like relax a little bit, you're off work. So I feel like that was the biggest challenge. Like the Chinese culture here, they never switch off. They really, if there's work to do, they finish their work first. Like even now, like with most of my friends, we cannot always have dinner at 7, because if they have to work overtime, they're gonna work it. They don't have to, but I struggle with this because they work in a company, and then if one person doesn't leave, they won't leave, because they want to keep the face, right? It's very important in Chinese culture. So even they want to leave, but no one else left, they will sit there and they will feel upset, but they will not stand up and leave.
That's also similar to Japan, I think.
Yeah. I realized that, but because I was just in Japan like 2 months ago. Yeah, I think it's very similar.
Yeah, working overtime is normal in Japan, especially 20 to 30 years ago. Like they work until midnight, that's also normal. But as the time goes by, the more of the Western mindset also started to get known in Japan too. So some people trying to balance their life and work, yet they try to work hard during their work time, but at the night time, they don't want to completely off the work. But still, a lot of people work, overtime.
Yeah. But that is the difference, I think, between the West and like, especially with, I can speak for Chinese, because the West, a lot of people work late. They also work until midnight, but they do it because they want to. For example, not because if they leave, someone is going to think badly of them. Where most of the times with Chinese, they want to leave, but maybe the boss didn't leave, or no one else in the office is leaving. So they would rather stay there and suffer instead of going. So it's a little bit different, yeah.
I see. And then you said that now you do YouTube, right? When did you start doing YouTube?
I started YouTube 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, I started doing YouTube, and I just started making simple things. So in the beginning, it wasn't all like propaganda things. It was mostly just my apartment in China, how much money I spend every day, these kind of things. And then the more I did research, the more I realized how much or how little people know about China. And that's kind of when I went into breaking the lies. Like I remember there was one very important video, the news came out that said China is now the most hated country in the world. So I was just like, how is the country that I live in, that I've traveled to so many cities to, I've seen the life here, how is it possible that this is the most hated country? So I remember that was my first big video I made about breaking the Western propaganda lies. And I just walked around showing my life in China, and I was like, I live in the most hated country in the world.
After people watched your videos, so what kind of comment did they leave to you?
So a lot of people actually are thankful. Most people were thankful. Most people enjoy watching my videos because for me, I don't edit my videos too much. I like to really just walk around talking and actually showing the background. So people enjoy that because they also feel they are walking with me and they are seeing the real China. I'm not editing the bad parts out. I'm showing everything. And then, of course, some of the comments really are people who still don't believe me. So they tell me like, oh, the government pays me. That's why I make videos about China. That's why I say China is such an amazing country. So, of course, there are bad comments as well. But the bad comments is also good because people have an opinion. So at least they keep watching. At least I gave them an idea that maybe what they see on the news isn't true. So it doesn't bother them that much.
At least they are interested in getting to know more about the country.
Yes, exactly.
After you lived in Nanchang for 1 year and then you moved to Yunnan, right? So what was your first impression of Yunnan when you started living there?
My first impression was, it's hard to even describe it in one word. I don't know, maybe home. I would use the word home. I really felt like home because in South Africa, I don't come from a big city or a small town. I come from like a medium place where you get the places where you can relax, but you also get the big city life. And when I came to Kūnmíng, I landed, I ate the food, everything just felt normal. I felt very comfortable. The weather was good. I can take the e-bike everywhere. Just the air was so fresh, different from anything I've ever felt anywhere else in China.
So did you like the Chinese food? I guess it's very different from the food from your country.
Yes, to be honest, no. I remember the first 6 months living in China, I think I ate McDonald's like 5 times a week. I really, really struggled with the food. And now 7 years later, I don't know when was the last time that I ate foreign fast foods. Like, I don't remember the last time I ate KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, even steak. I don't remember the last time I ate steak. Yeah, so a lot of people come to China and tell me they don't like Chinese food. I think it's impossible because China has so many different provinces and every province has like their own speciality, right? Their own foods that they like. So I feel like maybe you came to Kūnmíng, you don't like the food because maybe it's too spicy. But then if you go to Shenzhen, the food is more plain. Maybe you like it, or Guangzhou, Cantonese food, right? So I just feel like if you don't like Chinese food, I think you just didn't go to all the cities.
Do you get to eat other cuisine from different area in Kunming? Like, for example, Sichuan food or Shanghai food?
Yes. Yes, of course. Yeah, Kūnmíng at least, that's what I'm saying. Kūnmíng at least isn't that small. So if I do feel like eating, Cantonese food, there are shops. If I feel like eating Beijing duck, like food from Beijing, or even Chongqing food, Chengdu food, yes, there are different shops in Kūnming. So whatever I feel like eating, I can go. But for me, I a little bit biased because I really enjoy Kūnming food the most. Like Shaokao, the barbecue in Kūnming is the best. So I eat that every night for dinner. So it's very hard for me to want to eat other food. Like now I'm in Shenzhen actually for work. And I can't wait to get back to Kūnming to just eat the Kūnming food, the noodles from Kūnming, the Mixian.
I see. Actually, the Yunnan food is getting known in Japan little by little. There are some Yunnan food restaurants in Tokyo as well. I've been there many times.
Oh, okay. That's really good. I'm glad. Because Kūnming food isn't that famous, to be honest, because it's not simple, but it's not like Chengdu hot pot, right? Or even Chongqing hot pot or Beijing duck or some Cantonese food in Guangzhou and Shenzhen. So I'm glad that Kūnming food, because the spices in Kūnming, I think, is very delicious. Yeah.
And then Yunnan has many kinds of mushrooms, right? So
yes.
So Yunnan hot pot has plenty of mushrooms, which I like it.
Yes. Actually, in Kūnming, I don't know if people are listening know this, but in Kūnming, we have the poisonous hot pot, the mushroom hot pot.
Oh.
So there's a time in a year where you go and you eat mushroom hot pot. And yes, it's this special mushrooms that gets picked. So it's quite expensive, but it's like something, again, you have to try at least once. And you have to sit there and watch it boil for like 20-25 minutes because they still have some poison in. And people even sometimes still go to the hospital. Like nothing ever bad happens, but still sometimes their tummy cannot handle it, or so that's a very, very special dish that people come from very far in China to just eat the mushroom hot pot in Kunming.
Have you tried the poison mushroom hot pot?
Yes. Every year I will at least have it one time when it's the season. Yes, I think it's very special, very delicious.
So when is the best season for the hot pot?
For the mushroom hot pot, it's around October, 10月, October, November.
We still got time to book our flight
book book now.
Yes. Also, you have been living in China for more than 7 years, right? What was your biggest culture shock you ever experienced in China?
Well, that's such a difficult question because the culture is so rich here, so it's so difficult to say. But I would say the biggest culture shock for me personally, coming from South Africa, it's definitely the convenience, like the cash payments, the subways, the ordering of food that is at your door within 20 minutes. You know how fast everything works. You come out of the subway, you have like your share bike, and then you take the share bike and you go home, or you order a Didi, and it takes like, Didi is like the Chinese Uber, right? And it takes like 5 minutes and your car arrives. So I think, yes, that was the biggest culture shock for me, but also that is probably the number one reason why I stay in China.
Yes, you don't need a wallet anymore.
Yes, exactly. So for me, coming from South Africa, I think this was the biggest thing. And actually for a lot of people that I meet, usually they say it's how everything works on your phone. Literally, like I made a video about a month ago. I was sick and I was at home and it was really cold in Kūnmíng. So I stayed in my house. I could talk to the doctor on the phone. He ordered me medicine. I ordered all my food. So I never had to leave my couch for the whole day.
Wow.
That was the moment I realized like life is very, very convenient. So it's very hard for me to travel to other countries, like even go back to South Africa, because I'm so used to ordering everything on my phone.
I understand what you mean. It's very different in Japan too.
Yeah.
So in South Africa, like what kind of payment system do people use the most?
So they just use the cards. Like usually we used cash and cards, but now when I went back like 3 months ago, at least now you can tap the card. And sometimes you can use the phone to pay, but you can't really order, like there's not a lot of things you can do on your phone in South Africa. But at least now they are improving a little bit with the technology. You can now sometimes scan your phone and tap your phone or your bank card. But it's a little bit dangerous, to be honest. Like I think it's hard because China is also such a safe country. So it's nice here to have phones. But in South Africa, you need to be really careful that someone doesn't, when you have to pay for something, stand too close to you and take the money from you or something like that. Like there are still some risks like that comes with South Africa.
And then China is really safe that you can even, walk around in the nighttime as well.
Yes, that is one, like for me, my channel is focused, like people know me as Lizzy, women alone in China, because that is like the unique aspect that I have. Because I always focus on like how safe it is in China. And especially coming from South Africa. South Africa is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. I really feel that. But because it's not safe, it's sad for me to say that I cannot go back. Like it's impossible now for me to move back to South Africa after I live such a safe life here in China. Like in Kūnmíng, if I want to go for Shauka at 1 a.m. in the morning, I can go by myself. I can walk there with my earphones in my ears and I don't really have to think about anything.
Understand. Because there are lots of cameras over there, like everywhere in China, right? That means if somebody do something bad, it will be known. So
exactly. This is also actually a big thing. Like a lot of people have different opinions on that, and I love to hear people's opinions on that about the cameras, because so many people hate the cameras and think it's an invasion of privacy, and so many people love the cameras. Like for me, I love the cameras because I feel safe. Because I know I'm walking, no one will do something to me because there are so many cameras around.
Yes, yes, yes. Me too. At least if they don't put cameras in the toilet, I'm fine.
Yes, as long as they're in the bathroom or like in the gym, like in the gym's bathroom when you take a shower, I'm okay. Yes.
Yeah. So I have the same opinion as you.
That's good.
And then you also travel to like many places in China, right?
Yes.
So where is the most memorable place you have ever visited in China?
I've never been asked these difficult questions. Like there's so many. I need to pick one. Wow.
Maybe you can pick three.
The thing about China is every time you go to a different province, a different city, is completely different than another one. So it's so hard for me to say. But the first one that came to my mind when you asked me favorite, I would say Chongqing. Chongqing has probably been the most memorable because I've never seen a city like Chongqing. I don't know if you've ever heard about it, but Chongqing is the city where you walk and then you think you are on the bottom floor, but then suddenly you walk and there's like a railing and you look down and you are on the 8th floor. So people call it this like 4D, 8D city, actually, not 4D, 8D city. It has so many layers to it, and it feels like I'm in a movie when I'm walking in Chongqing because everything is so like I'm wearing these AI glasses and it's just so futuristic. Even like the hot pot places there. So yeah, I think if someone wants to really be amazed at how futuristic China is, I would say visit Chongqing. It is the coolest city I've ever been to.
I also heard that Chongqing is now one of the most popular place to visit for traveling abroad.
Yeah, that's actually very nice because 4 years ago, no one knew about Chongqing. And then there's this one YouTuber I know in Chongqing. He started making videos because he lived there for his job. And then he started making videos and people were like, no way there's a city like this. So yeah, Chongqing is getting more and more popular now.
Okay, you can choose 2 more cities.
2 more? Okay, thank you. I would go for Lijiang. Lijiang in Yunnan. So Lijiang is just the most beautiful place. Like when you go to Dali, you have the old town and it's ancient. But when you go to Lijiang, you have the ancient town is a little bit bigger. So you really can experience like, you know, the cultural side of China. And then they also have the snow mountains and they have this really beautiful blue jade water places you can go to. So Lijiang is just such a diverse place. And it also has food that you'll probably not get anywhere else in China. So I just think if you really want to experience the culture in China, people say go to Beijing, but for me, I really think you should go to Lijiang. Because in Lijiang, you realize that China isn't just skyscrapers. It isn't just technology. It is really, the culture is very beautiful there. And they have these villages where you can ride horses through. That's, I think, definitely the most beautiful city. Chongqing will be coolest. Lijiang will be the most beautiful city.
Oh, how far is Lijiang from Kunming?
About 3 hours with the high-speed trains. 3.5 hours with the high-speed train. Yes.
Wow.
So it's Kunming, Dali, Lijiang. So usually people will go to like Kunming and then maybe go to Dali, then go to Lijiang. Because Lijiang also has an airport, so you can fly from there.
I see.
So that's usually the loop that people do. And then actually, if you want to go up more, you go to Shangri-La. Shangri-La is just as beautiful. Shangri-La is the place with like, it looks like Xinjiang actually. It's very open with the grass, has a lot of like cows and those yams that run around there. Also, very beautiful. Very like Tibetan, Xinjiang kind of vibes there.
Wow. So there's a Japanese film director living in China featured Shangri-La a couple years ago, and I watched the movie, and then that made me want to go to Shangri-La as well.
Okay, nice. Yeah, but you've never been there, right?
Never been to the area before, so I really want to go.
Definitely, Then you should do the loop if you want.
Okay, so another one?
Oh, yeah, okay, let's go for Xi'an. Xi'an, I think, is the place, like I said, Chongqing coolest, Lijiang most beautiful, Xi'an the most delicious food. If you go to Xi'an, I think you have to know that you are probably going to get fat and eat a lot. Because Xi'an is just, it has like, it's very famous for Muslims actually. So there's like, a lot of, just not a lot of pork, to be honest. And they have a lot of specialty dishes people come to China specifically to eat food, and you can find that in Xi'an. So yeah, those are my three options for those of you who are listening: Chongqing, Lijiang, and Xi'an.
Especially Chongqing and Xi'an is getting a famous traveling spot for the Japanese people as well. I heard that a lot of Japanese people went to Xi'an or Chongqing to enjoy the city for their holiday.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I think definitely those who are listening can go to Xi'an, because in Xi'an you can really eat the Chinese food, right? Like, I mean, a lot of Asian countries is about the food, right? The food shows people what the country is, and Xi'an has a lot of different varieties of Chinese food. So I think that would be the best, yeah.
Is there any other city that you have never been yet, but you want to go in China?
Actually, I don't think so. I think I've been to a lot of cities. I travel a lot. Like, I really like to travel because not just for my YouTube channel, but also for myself. Like, I live in a very, very big country and I want to experience it as much as possible. So I don't think there's actually most cities I've been to in China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That I can think of now. If I can explore a province more, I would want to explore Guizhou. Because I know Guizhou is very beautiful and I love mountains, waterfalls. I love hiking. And in Yunnan and Sichuan province, I've already done a lot. So I would like to explore Guizhou province a little bit more. It's also very beautiful in Guizhou.
I see. I actually went to Shanghai a couple of weeks ago for a week, and then people told me that the Guizhou food is getting popular in Shanghai these days.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, nice. Yes, Guizhou also has delicious food. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much delicious food. Every time you talk about a city, you always talk about the food. That's why I think it's very hard to not like Chinese food. Maybe you don't like Sichuan food, but you will like other Chinese food.
Yeah. So you went to many different locations in China, right? So how do you see the difference between the people in Yunnan and the other cities?
I think for me, when I go to Yunnan, I feel more family orientated. Like, people in Yunnan are very more relaxed, very more friendly. Because like in other cities, people usually work a little bit. They're very like focused. Like, I travel a lot to Shanghai, Beijing, and Shenzhen. These are the three cities I probably travel most to for my job. And people there are very, very work focused. So like, they look down, they go to work, everything is a rush. Where when I go to Yunnan, traveling in Yunnan, whether it's Kunming, Dali, Lijiang, Shangri-La, people are just more relaxed. They're more friendly. You don't feel rushed. Like, you can really, really relax when you're walking around in Yunnan. When you're talking to people, they talk to you very gently, very slowly. It's not like they're in a rush all the time. You're bothering them if you ask for help or directions. And also Yunnan, I feel like everywhere in China, don't get me wrong, but especially in Yunnan, they are very proud of the city and the province that they live in. So when you go there, they really want to show you everywhere. They want to show you the best places of that city and of the province. So Yunnan makes me feel very like a family, very welcome, very relaxed.
So they treat in the same way to you as they treat to the local people?
Yes, exactly. Yes, there you will not feel like an outsider. Like, I've never felt like the foreigner in Yunnan.
Okay,
and they also, when I say I live in Kūnmíng, like I'm from Yunnan, they feel extra happy that I choose to live in their province because they're very proud.
Do you try to talk to them in Chinese, or do you still use English?
No, I use Chinese with them. Yeah, because I think in the beginning, I did use my translator quite a lot, and I've never really had situations where people didn't want to help me in China. So, but I think my personal opinion is, if I want to live in a country where they don't speak English, it's my responsibility to learn their language. It's not their responsibility to talk to me in my language. So that's why I also feel, if you do stay in China or in another country that doesn't speak English, to make your life more convenient, I definitely should say learn the language. Take the time to learn the language.
I understand what you mean. So if you can speak a local language there, then you can communicate with more people, deeper conversations as well.
Exactly, and you get to know the place more, you get to know people more. Because through a translation app, you cannot understand that much. But if you can actually have conversations with people, yeah, you can feel more welcome and learn more.
How did you study Chinese, by the way?
I have a Chinese teacher. So in Kūnmíng, there's a woman, she teaches all the foreigners Chinese. So through one of my friends, but we all use the HSK books. So HSK is like this series of books that teaches you Chinese. Very easy to use. I think like now I study by myself. You don't always need a teacher. It's just she lived close to me. It wasn't expensive, the classes, and it was nice to kind of communicate with someone in Chinese while learning and being helped.
And then, so at least you study using the books or any other resources, you always have a chance to, practice what you learned outside of your house.
Exactly. Yeah, I can always practice my Chinese. And that's why sometimes when I go out with my Chinese friends, a lot of them can speak English, but sometimes I actually prefer if they speak Chinese because that allows me to learn more because they don't talk slow like my Chinese teacher. They are talking at normal speed like me and you are talking now. Where maybe if you are teaching, like when I used to be a teacher, you would speak much slower. But then maybe it's hard for the other person to understand then when they're in a normal conversation. So that's why, I like to speak Chinese to other people because they speak fast. And then I need to keep up with them, and that's how I learn more and more.
That's good. So, would you want to stay in another city in the future, or would you want to stay in Yunnan?
Oh no, I would never move. No, I don't think I would ever move. No, not I think. I know I will never move. Like for now, I travel a lot, and like for now, I'm in Shenzhen. Like I said, I really miss Kūnming. Like Kūnming is the place that I really made my home, away from home. Because once you travel from your country to a different country, it's very important to have a stable life. And I really enjoy Kūnming. I don't have any problems with Kūnming. It's very nice for me to travel around in Yunnan. So no, I think I would be stupid if I ever leave Kūnming because I think I'm very lucky to live there.
Actually, I always hear a good reputation about Yunnan who visited the province or Kunming or any other cities in Yunnan. So yeah, I really have to find the time to visit there.
Yes, I do think, yes, you should. Because like you said, you go to Shanghai a lot. So Kunming or Yunnan is completely different. It's just a completely different area of China. Yeah, so I definitely think you should try and make a trip there.
I currently live in Tokyo, and then Tokyo and Shanghai is quite similar. Both internal city, the center of the economics. So I feel like because now I'm used to going to Shanghai, so now I don't feel like I'm in the foreign country when I'm in Shanghai.
Yeah, because you already feel, which is not always a bad thing because you travel, you don't necessarily always want to feel different. But I think if you're going for travel purposes, I would definitely suggest. Kunming is an amazing city, but I think like if you even want to experience Yunnan more, I think rather go to Lijiang first. I always tell people start in Lijiang and then go Dali and Kunming. And then Kunming is a major city. It's the capital city of Yunnan. So it's much easier to fly from there somewhere else.
Okay, so the last question. How would you encourage the people who has never been to China to know more about the country?
I would say watch YouTube videos because for me, I don't believe in the news, to be honest. I really don't believe in news. I would say watch YouTube videos, listen to people who actually live in the country. Yeah, I would say instead of listening to people who've never been here, because if you think about it, people on the news, they've never been to China. They're just telling you news that they heard. But for YouTubers or like people on podcasts like me and you are doing right now, I live here, right? Other YouTubers that you are watching or other university students or people that you actually interview, we live in China. So my biggest advice is just listen to the people who actually live here and hear their opinions.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.